Hello everyone, Mark again from Steiger Cars. Over 2 months ago I took in a little part exchange with the intention to make it a quick little flip for a couple £100 profit on top of the car I'd sold. Didn't quite go to plan, so watch the video to find out what happened. Hope you enjoy. Okay, we've just had this little Fox come in, part exchange. I gave 600 for it. Luckily the guy who bought the car I was selling had no room to keep two cars, so he was sort of desperate really. Overall, looks pretty clean. 105,000 miles. Let's have a look. Needs a quick hoover, but to be honest, it's not too bad. Now, the two problems with this car. One, the mileage is pixelated on the display, and secondly, the radio is in safe mode. So I'll see if I can get this popped out and get a code off eBay. But apart from that, sounds great. Included at the back is a spare plus unit, so I might have a go at swapping that over. He said he hadn't had a chance to do it. Some bonus wiper blades, great. Yeah, apart from that, it's all pretty good. Yeah, I've had a go at this with the old 0-0 combination, but it hasn't worked. Oh, bonus CD. Not that I can hear it. Yeah, everything else works. It's pretty basic, wind up windows, but I reckon a quick 995 will get this gone. See if I can get away without even washing it. Look through space. Okay, so I decided to give it a quick once over. So within 20 minutes, I've given it a wash, done all the tyre dressings, dressed all the interior plastics. Makes such a big difference for such a short amount of time. So yeah, all ready to go. I've got an advert live, so let's see what happens. Right, so I've just got 4 of these off a friend, so I'm sticking them in now. It's like playing pop-up prior at this. Apparently once they're in they just pull out, so let's see what happens. I love these light evenings. Oh, that was easy. Okay, so I'm going to send this off to some guy on eBay, the serial number, and hopefully he'll give me a code for it. Fingers crossed it will work. Okay, so the code just came through. £14.49 it costs. Apparently it's 1961, which I've put in. Let's see if it works. Come on. Suspense is killing me. Ooh, learn. Looks promising.
Residential and commercial.
Okay, we're good. Right, so I decided to look into this display repair, see where it's all pixelated. And on eBay there's a repair service for like 70 quid, so for the sake of trying to sell the car with the problem, might as well just send it off and get it done. So, 1 bolt there, 2 bolts there, and this comes away. And I think it's just 1 more bolt apparently. It's very easy. That one there. Let's see what happens. Yep, it was that 1 bolt there, under the plug. Apparently it just pulls out. That was too easy. Alright, I'll chuck it in the post, get it sent off, and it'll come back with a nice new LCD screen. Job done. Right, good news. Within 3 days the cluster arrived back. These services on eBay are pretty quick. They work on the thing straight away and get it sent straight back, so yeah, quite efficient. Although the car has been stuck here for a couple of days, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, put this thing in. You can say it's not a very professional box, but that's the one I sent it in, so that's why. Right, fingers crossed this worked. Right, in it goes. This is the world's easiest one to do, which is good. Goes in there. I said it was easy, but there we go. Don't know where I put the bolts now. Right, plugged it in and straight away, there it is, 106,000. I was worried that it was going to jump up to like 126 or something, but no, that's the result. So, the car is officially ready. Okay, I just took the car for a quick drive to make sure everything worked. The cluster, yep, all good. Now I did notice the steering wheel was slightly to the right, so OCD's kicked in, which means one of the wheels is pointing left when the position of the steering wheel is straight. So the wheel's straight, and you probably can't see it off camera, but this one is pointing to the left. So I'm going to quickly adjust the track rod and then get the car nice and straight. I'm not going to sell it saying I've done the tracking. I'm literally just going to straighten the wheel and not mention it. Right, the car's jacked up. Now always remember to use an axle stand when working with a car. Safety first. I should join the McLaren pit crew. Well, that was an acquired taste. Ooh. Why have I done that? Right, anyway, I have to release this nut here and then wind the thread. So the steering wheel is to the right, which means this wheel is to the left, which means this has to unwind, basically. So I'll do that. Okay, pipe grips are in position. So with any luck, it should come undone. There we go. So this needs to unwind, so locking pliers on, and I could use a spanner for this, but the toolkit's packed away now. So I'm counting, well, I've lost count, but I think I did 10, just for reference, 10 little mini turns. Let's call it 14. Actually, I'm going to go back a bit, 12. So what I'm going to do is whack the wheel on and then take it for a quick test drive. If all's good, I will knit this up. If not, I can just adjust it until the wheel's nice and straight. I know I don't need to do this, but it's a little thing that can make all the difference. When you're driving a car on a test drive and the wheel's crooked, it just puts people off. So for the sake of what, 5 minutes, get the wheel nice and straight, why not? Right, test drive complete, and I got it right first go. So yeah, I'm happy with that. That's what experience does, it pays off. So now all I need to do is nip up the that nut. So I'm going to spray a bit of lube in there. Hopefully that nut will free off. Let's see what happens. So to do up this nut, I put the locking pliers on, wedge them against the jack and just pull hard, and then it should come loose. There it goes, it's moving. So yeah, get that nipped up and all good. Wheel on. I don't use the gun too tight when doing up. There's nothing worse than being stuck on the side of a road with a wheel you can't remove. So I use this thing here, then you can feel exactly how tight you're going. There we go. Oh, right, officially finished. I don't want to see this car again. Well, I'll have to see it again to sell it, but hopefully that's everything I need to do to it. I guess it keeps you fit. A bit of an update. Well, it's not really an update. It's been over 2 weeks now. I was expecting the thing to go on the same day, to be honest, at $995. I dropped the price to $900, still nothing. That's never happened before. So I was speaking with a friend of mine who's bought and sold a load of VW Foxes, and he suggested a few things. He said, if it hasn't had a service, get a service on it and put that in the advert. He said, get some wheel trims for it, because they're on steels, but they've been painted. I thought I could get away with it, but no, they look a bit naff. So wheel trims I'll need. He said if it's got good tyres, put that in the advert, put some pictures up. He said, imagine if there's a dad and daughter coming to look at it. The dad wants to make sure the car's had everything done to it that it needs. It's not going to start costing money. so I think it needs a bit of remarketing. So he even said maybe put out for 1300, which I think I'll try as well. And also I wasn't really happy with the pictures. When I took them, it was bright and sunny. I was under a canopy of trees to find some shade, and there was too much contrast. My phone camera didn't pick up the colour of the car at all, so I'm not really happy with them. I'm going to take some better pictures once the wheel trims are on, and I think get a new advert out, maybe 12.95, and see what happens. Right, oil and filter change. Here we go. It's just started to rain. Typical. Oil changes are pretty easy on this car. Just have to undo the thing underneath. Get the ball ready. And there she goes. Black as the ace of spades, that. Put that back in. I wish I filmed all of that and didn't spill a drop. Who needs a funnel? Luckily the filters have a 30mm socket attachment thing on the end, so you can actually easily undo it. Put a towel in there. God's sake. Right, trying to limit the mess here. Move on. Fill it up. Try and get some of it in there. And there we go. About a 5-minute job, really. Lovely. Right, now we need to do the air filter. Don't know where it is on this. Must be under here. How does that come off? Oh god. Right, it must be inside there. So I need to undo this pipe. And those screws. Out with the old. Right, easy as that. Right, need to chuck these on now. It looks a bit better. Need to try and find some centre cap stickers or something. Can also chuck these wiper blades on. They came with the car, so didn't have to pay for them. Went straight through my thumb. Dangerous. Well, as luck would have it, this only takes 3.2 litres of oil. I put in 3.5. I'll have to drain some out. Right, this can only go badly. I guess I need to try and hang on to the bolt. Don't know if it's going to drip or not. Okay, that was much easier than I thought. I reckon about there will do it. And there we go. New pictures, looks much better now. Got the lighting right this time, hubcaps are on. Looks like a much more well looked after car, so I think that will really help with the advert. Well, I foolishly left the car in a shopping car park overnight just to get some space. Went to move it this morning and wasn't really moving. Looked around the car. I think this is probably why. Someone's kindly taken my wheels and left the nice axle stand in place. So yeah, now I need to find a couple of wheels. Why would you steal wheels? Are my new hubcaps? So I need to buy another set of hubcaps. Well, that is annoying. Never mind. It's not as if I've got anything else to sort out. As well as the 2 hubcaps they took, I mean, why would you not just take the remaining 2 hubcaps and you got a full set? Anyway, they're in the boot, they're safe now, but they obviously took the wheel nuts as well, which I've just realised. And being in the car trade, you have loads of spare parts. However, none of these wheel nuts match, so I'll need to buy 10 of these as well as another wheel and tyre. Luckily, in the boot there's a full-size spare wheel, so with a good tyre, so I only need 1 wheel and tyre really, and 10 of these. So after phoning around a load of places, I found a scrapyard with a steel wheel, which I'm going to pick up now. It's about 45 minutes away, which isn't ideal, but I don't really have a choice. I couldn't find any locally, none on Gun Free Facebook that matched. Tried all the local scrapyards, tried everywhere, tried the forums, so this is my only option, and I need to get this sorted as soon as possible before they come back and take the other 2 wheels, which I'm sure they will. So yes, I need to get this done today really, and get some more wheel bolts as well. What I might have to do is just take a couple from the other wheels and put on just to move the car out of the way and get it home. That's the view, look at that. Well, that's typical. I nearly arrived at the scrapyard to pick up the wheel, and then I got a phone call from another scrapyard who I'd called earlier to say they found a wheel and they can get a matching tyre for it as well put on. So that's a much easier method, so I'm going to divert now and pick up the wheel and tyre, and they've also got some wheel bolts, a big bucket full I can rummage through, so hopefully I'll find a match and pick up 10 of those, so that'd be good. And then get the wheels back on the car and get it moved as soon as possible before tonight, where the other 2 wheels will probably go missing. So yes, hopefully it'll all be sorted. Well, that didn't go to plan. They had the wheel marked up wrong. It was a 4-stud wheel. I need a 5, so that was a complete wasted trip. Well, I got 8 wheel nuts out of 10, so I still need to find 2 more wheel nuts. So yeah, back to the original scrapyard, which is 45 minutes in the other direction where I was going originally. So yeah, very annoying. At least I'm not spending money on fuel. Well, that is a result. I'm here at Langford's Car Spares. They've helped me out a few times actually. They had a wheel with the exact tyre on, good tread as well, and the 2 bolts I need. And even better news, I found a set of these for £3, so I need to go and pick those up this evening. So all in all, I think we can get away with it. I'll get the car recovered tonight, get the wheel on, the wheels, and then get it home before anything else goes missing off it. All right, here we go with the new tyre and wheel. Need to try and get this thing lifted without damaging it anymore. I mean, who does this in this day and age? To nick a couple of steel wheels, it's ridiculous. I mean, this has cost me a 100-mile round trip, about 4 hours out of my life, and about 60 odd quid. Nightmare. I don't know the best way to do this. I'm just trying to watch it doesn't fall off that brick as I lift it up from the arm. It's a bit sketchy. Right, pretty much there, to be honest. I've got no room to work as well. I parked too close to the trolley shelter thing. At least the wheels fit. And this is so dodgy, the whole car's moving. I don't see any other way to do this. It's lucky because when I got in the car, I actually jumped in and tried to drive it. The only reason it didn't go forwards is because this hub was spinning because of the differential. This wheel luckily didn't move. If that wheel had moved, the car would have been dragged off the breeze block. So it could have been much worse. Bloody jack's in the way now. God, that's so dodgy. There we go. By the time I'll get that breeze block out, there's nowhere to jack it up down there. I might just have to put it in gear and lift it high up the back and see if I can get enough clearance. Well, there we go. Right, that can stay there. Luckily there's no damage. That's pretty good. The worst part is I did the whole thing and the car wasn't even in gear or the handbrake on. So that could have been worse. Right, time to get it out of here before they strike again. I'm gonna have to paint these black now to match. Right, I'm going to spray these black just so they match the other two. These are the remaining hubcaps that I bought, the brand new ones. Luckily, Facebook Marketplace, £3 for a set of 14s, bargain. They all look pretty good. There's a couple bits of scuffing, but to be honest, who cares? Sort of a rough colour match. There we go. Brand new. Chuck these on, job done. I guess I should wait for the paint to dry, but who cares? And there it goes. Bye bye, little fox. I won't miss you. I'm going to sit in the moggy. Ugh. So, finally gone after I think nearly 2 months. I can't work out why that sat around for so long. It's just bizarre having a cheap car for like under £1,000 to have no interest and to sit around for so long. I'm still, I don't know how that happened. Never happened before. But I think the lesson learnt here is to not buy another Fox. I'm only thinking insurance and tax are too much for it. That's the only reason I can think why it sat around. But I've had a Fox before and it sold for good money. But never mind, lesson learned. Having the wheels nicked was a bit of an issue. Half a day running around trying to get that sorted. That cost about 60 quid to get the wheels sorted and the wheel nuts and some more hubcaps. But there we go, that's what it is. If I'd have known it would have taken so long to sell, I wouldn't have bought the car in. The idea originally was just to make a couple £100 on the car I sold. But anyway, we'll do some numbers regardless. So technically that car, actually I got it for free because I sold the part exchange car for about 600 and he gave me the car on top of it. And that car I sold only owed me 600, so technically it was a free car. Let's go with £600 for the car. The radio code 1439, the cluster repair 72 quid, plus the postage was 5 quid. Fuel 13 quid. Oil and filter 47 quid. Air filter 15 quid. The hubcaps, which were nicked, 20 quid. And the wheel nuts, which were nicked, 42 quid. And the wheel as well. Luckily I had one in the boot, so I only had to buy one wheel after all. And then I had to buy another set of hubcaps. They were only 3 quid luckily. I got them bargain on Facebook. So the total spend £848.67 and sale price of £9.50. So profit £101.33. Better than nothing. A lot of faff. As I said, if I'd have known it would be that dramatic, I wouldn't have bothered taking it on as part exchange. But there we go. Just happens, doesn't it? I hope you enjoyed that video. I certainly didn't. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye.